If you want to build a business that makes $10,000 in only 90 days, pay attention, because in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can do it step by step. And this method works even if you have zero experience, zero audience, and a very tight budget to invest upfront. My name is Fred, and I went from making $0 per month, coming from the lower middle class, to making over $1,200 per day with my online business using a simple 4-step process. Now, I've put together a free video training that shows you everything I did step by step so you can copy me. The link will be in the bio. And if you want me to directly help you, I'm offering free strategy calls where together we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to $10,000 per month as quickly as possible. And to thank you, when we get to 30,000 subs on YouTube, I'll give away $2,000. Watch the video until the end, subscribe, and share with a friend to win. The first thing I really want you to understand is that the easiest way to get to $10,000 per month with your business is not through low ticket offers. If you were to sell a $50 course, or a community that people have to pay for monthly, or even a $100 service, what this means is that you would need to get hundreds of sales per month, which is very difficult to achieve without a massive budget for paid ads or a gigantic audience. So while you can see lots of big influencers utilizing this strategy to make lots of money, it's because they can afford to do so. And as a matter of fact, nowadays you see more of these guys going right back to selling high ticket offers because they're so much more profitable and so much more fun to sell. And that's exactly why the fastest way to hit $10,000 per month is by selling high-ticket coaching or service offers. So per client, you would charge anywhere from $1,000 to $10K plus, because that way, you only need a handful of customers to make $10K per month and even more. And getting 2 to 5 customers is actually surprisingly easy when you have the right process in place. The first thing you need to focus on doing is picking a niche where people have a painful problem they want to solve. To give you just a few examples, business owners want more leads to increase their revenue. Busy professionals want to lose weight. Companies need better marketing. Lonely men in their 40s want to find a life partner. And you don't need to be a world-class expert. You just need to know enough to solve a real problem for people. The ideal is if you're just a few steps ahead of your ideal customers. And so if you're not sure what to offer, just look at what you've done in the past. What skills do you currently have that people already ask you for help with? What results have you been able to get for yourself or even for other people? If you genuinely have no idea, just pick something you're interested in. And then in that market, let's say it's fitness, for example, let's say it's business, find a painful problem that people have and offer to solve it for them. If you can do that successfully, you're gonna make a lot of money. Now, when you have your niche, you need to create an irresistible offer, and you should be focusing on results, not deliverables. No one cares about purchasing 8 coaching calls or a marketing strategy or a course, because whether you're selling to business owners or to individuals, at the end of the day, they're just people. And what people care about, it's results, outcomes. I will help you to get an extra 10 high-ticket customers per month, or I'm going to help you to lose weight in 90 days without restrictive diets and without having to spend hours every day in the gym. Now, those are much more compelling offers because you really need to understand that the clearer and the more specific your offer, the easier it is to sell, because the higher the perceived value. Always remember this: average salespeople sell deliverables, raw materials, while great salespeople sell dreams, futures, and outcomes. Now, here is where most people get stuck. They overcomplicate the customer acquisition process. They build fancy websites and funnels and ads, all of that before they even talk to a single potential customer. But the truth is, when you're just getting started, you don't need any of that. The simplest way to get customers is through organic social media content. So it's actually pretty simple. You've got your niche or offer, you make content designed to attract your ideal customers, you have call to actions inside of your content, then you start to book meetings with your ideal customers, you make people offers, you make money, you change people's lives. That's it. There's no fancy marketing needed. And the best platform right now to utilize this strategy, it's typically YouTube. And then there's Instagram and TikTok. Those are the best platforms. So at first, I suggest you only pick one and you go all in. I suggest you pick the one you understand the most. If you're mainly watching long-form content, make long-form content. If you're mainly consuming short-form content, then make short-form content. Because if you understand it better, you'll get much better results with it. It's almost always better to pick what comes natural for you. And the key is consistency. You want to post daily for the next 90 days. And your content should do 3 things: attract, educate, and convert. Attracting, it means getting people's attention with curiosity-driven, attention-grabbing content. Because at the end of the day, online, it's really a fight for attention. And nowadays, most people's attention span is incredibly low. Now, to educate simply means to show your audience you know what you're talking about, and they should listen to you. Share frameworks, share methods, you can even share case studies, etc. And converting simply means leading people to take action. End your post with a call to DM you, or to book a call, or to watch a free training. If you do this daily, you will get what we call inbound leads. And inbound leads are the key to building a multi 6 to 7 figure business, because now you're not spending all of your time chasing customers. Customers come to you themselves because they're convinced they need your help. Now, what do you actually post? Here is a pretty simple formula. 70% of the time you want to post education-based content, and about 30% of the time you want to post more relaxed / authority building content. So for example, educational content typically includes guides, step-by-step how-tos, mistakes to avoid, etc. While authority content, it really positions you as the person to work with. So for example, you share your story, you share success stories of your customers, etc. And ideally, you can even do both. In each piece of content that you make, you should show people why they should listen to you, because for most of your viewers, it's the first time they stumble upon your channel and watch your content. Either way, every post that you make, regardless of the platform, has 3 goals: growing your audience, attracting new leads, and promoting your products or services. That's it. Now if you're thinking, but what if nobody watches my stuff at first? You have to know that at the beginning, it's absolutely normal. Unless you get extremely lucky, which isn't the case for 99.9% of people, and it wasn't the case for me at all, then the first piece of content that you post won't be the piece of content that makes your account go viral. But just keep posting, keep getting better at it. And a lot of people, they scroll and they watch content, but they never even just like or comment. So just because you're not seeing initial reactions yet, doesn't mean your content is bad. You don't have enough data to make that judgment. And when I first got started, I thought that nobody cared. But then, when I started to release my offer to utilize call to actions, people started reaching out to me, and they were telling me it's been months they've been watching my content, and they wanted to work with me all along. Now, content alone is not enough. You need to proactively reach out to potential customers. And that doesn't mean spamming random people. It means starting real conversations with people in your niche that are facing the problem that you can help them to solve. And your goal is not to sell them immediately. At first, your goal is to build a relationship. But if your content is strong, many of these conversations will turn into sales calls. And speaking of sales calls, that is where the money is made. Your goal isn't to convince anyone. You should let people convince themselves they need you. So the goal of the sales call is to ask people questions, to diagnose them like a doctor, see if they're a good fit for what you have to offer. And if they are, you make them an offer. It's that simple. So the best way to conduct sales meetings is to follow a script and to structure your call as though it were a doctor's appointment. A doctor doesn't beg to prescribe you some medicine. If one tried to do that, you'd run the hell away, wouldn't you? Instead, they ask questions, they identify the issue, and only then do they prescribe the correct treatment. You want to do the exact same thing. Ask about their goals, struggles, ask them what they've tried in the past, what worked, what didn't. And if you can help them, confidently state your offer. But if you can't, that's okay too. You can't help everyone. Just move on to another prospect. But regardless of the outcome of the call, you're winning, because you're either making money or learning very valuable insights on your market and improving your sales skills. And one mistake I see people making is getting emotional about sales. Don't take rejection personally. When somebody says no, they're not rejecting you as a person. Maybe it simply wasn't the right fit, or maybe it wasn't the right time. Either way, it's okay. You can just move on to another prospect. Either way, you always win. Remember that. And it's just part of the game. That's how business works. But the good news is, just because somebody says no, doesn't mean you won't be able to make lots of money and get lots of customers. And to scale past $10,000 per month, you simply need to replicate this process, but this time at a higher volume. Post more content, run more ads, book more calls, refine your strategy. But you always want to stick with the fundamentals. Content, calls, customers. That's it. It's the same process I'm utilizing that's made me upwards of $1,200 per day with 95% profit margins. And it's the same process I help my customers to implement. So if you want to get my help personally, I invite you to check out the free resources in the description below and to directly apply to book a call with me, and I'll see if I can help you to start or to grow your business. With that being said, I'll be waiting for you on the other side.